Hi, and welcome to another presentation from your business tutor, learning your way, anytime, anywhere. Before a business can begin, it needs something to sell. In short, it needs a product that appeals to customers so that sales revenue and profit can be generated. This is why today's presentation on product development is so important, as it will look at how businesses go about creating products. Okay, so what are we going to learn in this presentation? Well, first of all, we're going to find out what product development is. We're then going to explore the product development process. And then finally, we're going to investigate the advantages and disadvantages of product development. Okay, let's get started by asking, what is the purpose of product development? Product development is about creating products that appeal to customers and which they want to purchase. However, more than that, it is also about modifying and updating a business's current products so that they continue to attract customers to purchase them. What is clear from this is that product development is central to a business's success. If they get it right, customers will purchase and profit will be made. Get it wrong, however, and the business will struggle as competitors will have better products to sell. Okay, so with that in mind, let's turn to investigate how a business can make great products by asking, what is the product development process? The first stage in the product development process is to come up with an idea of what customers might want. This can occur in a number of ways. For example, by undertaking some market research of customers, all the way through to a business's own research and development department coming up with a suggestion. Whatever the case, once an idea has been generated, a business must then investigate if it can be converted into a product or not. This is an important step, as it is vital to work out if there is likely to be enough demand for such a product so that a profit can be made. But also if the business has the finance and the technical know-how to make it in the first place. If the answers to these questions are positive, then the business will move to the next step in the process and build a prototype, which is a working model of the finished product. As before, this step is crucial as it allows a business to then test the product to see how it works and operates so that problems and issues can be ironed out, but also allows a business to keep its development cost under control by only building 1 or 2 prototypes for testing. In fact, managing costs is one reason why many businesses use CAD, computer-aided design software, to design their initial prototype on a computer before going to the expense of building a physical one. Nevertheless, although significant amounts of testing and modification will have occurred at the prototype stage, this does not mean that the product will be ready for mass production. This is because although a business now has a working model ready for sale, it has not yet tested it out on the most important person, the customer. As such, it is really useful for a business to trial their product out on a small group of customers to see how they use and react to it, so that if any issue or problems are identified, the product can be altered before mass production occurs. What this shows is that product development is not a simple process. It involves huge amounts of research, testing, modification and customer trials before a final product is eventually ready for production. And even then, after manufacturing of the product has begun, the process is not finished, in that a business still needs to launch the product by putting in place an effective advertising campaign so that customers are aware of when and where the product will be available. Okay, let's now turn to look at the advantages and disadvantages of product development. One of the main advantages of product development is that a business will always have up-to-date products to offer to customers. This is important because as fashion and customers' preferences change, it is vital that a business adapt its products or create new ones so that customers continue to purchase and profits remain high. In fact, by constantly updating their products and keeping them in line with customers' preferences, a business will gain competitive advantage and an image for modern, cutting-edge products. This is especially the case if they follow a product development process focused on market research and testing, as this is far more likely to create products that are high quality and which appeal to customers. However, as beneficial as product development can be, it does need to be remembered that the process is very expensive, in that undertaking market research, building prototypes and running tests costs a lot of money. Now, if the product created is liked by customers, this isn't a problem, as enough money will be generated to pay those costs. However, if the opposite is true, a business will face a major problem, as it will have spent a considerable amount on making a product that isn't generating any revenue, meaning huge losses will be made. Okay, so what did we learn in this presentation? Well, first of all, we found out what product development is. Then we went on to investigate the product development process. And then finally, we explored the advantages and disadvantages of product development. If a business gets product development correct, it has an amazing chance of becoming a leading business in its market. However, as was stressed, product development is not a simple process and must be followed carefully if great products are to be made.